Okay. Thank you for cooking that. Hey, Ash May. Okay, I can see now. I'm gonna want another rotisserie chicken before the week is out.
Think so?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're back.
Mm-hmm. This is good.
I cooked rotisserie chicken with some grains, cornbread, mac and cheese, baby got beans, and rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hey, DC.
Hey, DC. Appreciate you coming in.
Bring it over some to you, or you all right with it like that?
Okay. Thank you. It is good. I mean to toot my own horn, but. You go with the humming, but I guess that's a good thing. When we hear silence, which was the other day. You started. You know what I'm talking about? I said, the bad part is if you hear silence. I said, which was the other day.
A made up sound. He mind do the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking my hair down till tomorrow.
Yeah, when she gets her hair done, she ties it up and it stays put. You used to leave it sometime for like 2 days.
Hey, Mama TikTok.
Hey, Mama TikTok. On last night?
Yeah. Thank you, Barbara. Not good when people hum.
She hums the whole time she's eating.
We good. We good just eating dinner. Talking about dealing with loss.
Yeah, somebody had said earlier.
They wanted this to be our next topic.
The next topic they were saying dealing with loss, and their specific loss was a loss of a spouse. And because I've experienced that, I can understand it, and it's hard. So I don't know if the person is still in here, but
Wait.
yeah, it's hard. So we're gonna eat a little bit, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because we early.
Chop it up.
We did say 5:30. It's 5:21. Oh man, we're gonna stay on topic, and we're talking about the loss of a spouse. Y'all say it with me. Stay on topic, and we're gonna talk about dealing with a loss of a spouse. Hey, when people come in here and try to change the subject. Oh Lord, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cooked. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Barbara. It be so many topics. So many people in.
Yeah, so many comments, and what I suggest, Barbara.
And you come in when we first come on.
When you come in, put it in all caps.
And emojis.
Yeah. And copy and paste it. Because that's what we do. When we go into other people's lives. you'll see in a minute. There's certain people that we know exactly who it is because of
The emoji.
the emojis that they put.
Like Mama TikTok, she knew it was me last night. Death, divorce, cheating. Yeah. Yep.
Next topic for future narcissistic behavior.
Well, yeah. Hey, from Texas. She said, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just so glad your people didn't mute me. My little feelings would have been hurt. DC and Lele and Kenya, whenever y'all feel the need to, by all means, just go ahead. Because we said we're going to stay on topic. Dealing with the loss of a spouse.
You say, are y'all going to share?
Huh? What happened?
Mary Jane said, y'all going to share?
Yeah. Which way losing the spouse we're talking about? We're talking loss. We're talking loss. We're talking death. We're speaking on death.
Knock them out the box, Rick.
They was going to tell they did not. Ooh, Lord, thank you. I was almost there. My little feelings was gonna be hurt. I don't think I ever been muted out of somebody's life though. You got to be family when I eat. Yeah. I do too. I hum every time I eat. It's painful. It takes years, and it's a process. Okay. We're just gonna address the ones that needs to be addressed, right? Yeah, just follow my lead. Alright. Maria's be nice on here. Your comments to people is not very godly to be rude. You know, the moderators don't have to say anything. All they can do is all we ask them to do is mute. We just say mute them. Just don't get in the inbox asking why you were muted.
Hey, Pre-K.
Hey, Rico.
Sup, Strictly?
He said it's the purple and gold stars.
What you talking about?
So, what was the hard, besides losing your spouse, what was the hardest to deal with once you came to grips with it?
Just my new norm. You know, I said this is my new norm, and it freaking sucks. I didn't use the word freaking, but I said it sucks. So, just dealing with the new norm, you know, of, you know, you never think like that, you know, and to actually, like, people stop calling, the calls stop, people stop checking on you,
Family get mad at you.
yeah,
Family blame you. You know, not you, but
Yeah.
sometimes family blame you.
Yeah, just the calls. The calls just stop. And I for some reason I knew it. I knew it was going to happen.
So you was preparing yourself.
Yeah, so I already knew it was going to happen. So when me you talked about it, you said, "Well, it wasn't shocking to you?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I was expecting it."
Because you was already preparing for it.
I just didn't think it would be that soon that the calls will stop.
So you would say that dealing with it was going through it wasn't as hard as having to deal with it once the calls stopped. That's when it hit the hardest and the worst. I think Mom said that one time that before. It's when people stop reaching out. You're made to deal with it alone because people stop.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that every time you call me, that's what I'm going to talk about. Like I told somebody, I said, even if you just call just to be on the phone, we don't even have to talk about anything. Just to have you on the other end, to know that you're there. We don't have to talk about anything. We can talk about what's on TV if you want, but
somebody said, yes, the cars have stopped. And that hit different.
Yeah. Because you sit here and you think, well, did you really care about me all along, or you just dealt with me because I was the daughter-in-law? You know what I'm saying? So you showing how you really feel about me, or because I used to always think, well, is it because maybe they might it brings up memories of him if they they see me or talk to me. I'm like, it could be that as well. But I was always the one reaching out, so I quit reaching out. So as soon as I quit reaching out, the calls stopped. Well, the phone works both ways. And so I just
So then what did you do to process that?
I mean, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought, you know what, if to me, like baby say, you show me how you really feel about me. Because if I was your sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law, and then you say you love me, and we never had any type of ill words towards each other with any of them, so I don't understand. But my thing is, then it just stopped. So I just listen, I just dealt with it. It is what it is, and either they're gonna call, but I wasn't gonna beg anybody.
Exactly, until they want something belonging to him.
I had that happen too. I had that happen too. And let me tell you, the auntie, she called me, right? And she says, I want.
Not how you doing. Not how you been.
No.
Not you. Do you need anything?
I want his golf clubs. So she gonna get them whenever I'm ready to give them to her, and it's been over a couple of years, and I'm not ready to give them.
And it's not because of ill feelings. It's just because you didn't call for no other reason but that reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing about it is, other than that, you wouldn't have never called.
Right.
And I'm not going to give them to you just because you asked me to give them. I give them to you when I get ready to read them, when I feel like I want to get rid of them. So it's not like she golfed or anything. So you said, yes, thought they were entitled. And the thing about it is, I gave everybody an opportunity. Yeah. And I kid you not, I was so generous. I gave everybody the opportunity, what you wanted. Did you want something? They was like, oh, really? You going to give me something? I even gave a watch away. I gave ties away. I gave things.
Shirts and clothes.
Yeah, I gave certain things away. So the opportunity was there. So, it's just that wasn't something I was willing to give up. And because of the stuff that happened behind the scenes, I'm not going to give that up anytime soon.
So now my next question is, because they've shown their hand, because that's what they did. They're showing their hand. If they was to come back and try to have a relationship with you, would you be open to it, or will you always remember how they treated you?
No, I wouldn't be open to it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't be open to it.
But, yeah.
I mean,
because when a person show you their hand, it's just hard to go back.
And the thing is, it is what it is. And how we said before, it might be because once he's gone, their season with me was up.
Yeah.
And so, hey, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
I mean, it's okay.
It's just that,
okay. It's the way it went down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, the thing about it is, even at his service, right? His aunt, one of his golf clubs, she was the first one to say, and we're always going to be family. We're always going to be there for you. Should we like?
But my question is, why is that even a statement?
I don't know.
Your family.
I don't know.
You're supposed to be considered family, so why even make that statement?
Right.
You only make that statement when somebody divorced and they married somebody else.
Or somebody's questioning, well, am I going to be, y'all going to still call me or whatever? But she said that at the service. She was like, I just want to let you know that we're always going to be family. We're always going to be there for you. But you said, what about forgiveness? I forgive them. I just choose not to, have them in my life or deal with them. I can forgive you. I can forgive you all day long. Right. But it doesn't mean I have to deal with you.
And keep associated with you.
Right.
Because they didn't show their hand.
Right.
It's hard. You can forgive somebody, but it's hard to trust that individual the wholeheartedly like you did before, because that person has put you in a position to question their trust. So you can be forgiven, but I ain't gonna look at you the same.
Right. So, when everybody used to tell me, oh, I love you, and your favorite sister-in-law and favorite daughter-in-law, and it was like, where is all that now?
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And I always included everybody, even like within the service. You know what I'm saying? I had them come and help me. I didn't exclude anybody out of anything. I always had everybody come and help.
So you would say your process, you just had to take it day by day.
I had to. I'm not gonna lie, I went through a funk, y'all.
You went through a depression?
I did. I laid in the bed for a couple of months. I laid in just the center of the bed. Mail was piling up all around me in the bed. I just would go check the mail and just throw it on the bed. And I just had to tell myself, you need to get yourself up and get yourself together and get these bills. I just sort out the bills and because that wasn't, I didn't do that. You know what I mean? So everything was left on me to deal with, and I had to just get myself together. But I did lay there in the funk for a while. I did. I did. I had a pity party. It was just me. Nobody else. Most people would say, most people would say, what? I even lost my train of thought because of what I just said. But it's just, you just got to take it one day at a time. That's the only thing I can tell you. Take it one day at a time. Don't let nobody tell you how to grieve, when to grieve, because it's going to come, it's going to go. It comes as far as with us, even with us together. Sometimes when we're together, it comes. So
yeah,
you just got to take it day by day.
So what was the question I had? I was looking for it, trying to. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, somebody said when you show them who they are, believe them. Yeah. And I wouldn't have never thought, but I don't know why I prepared myself for it anyway. I would have never thought that would happen, but I prepared myself. And maybe I prepared myself because she made that statement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
subconsciously.
I'm sure it hurt, but did it hurt? When she first found out, to first hear that statement, did it hurt you? Because for me to hear that statement, it would have hurt me right then. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm already supposed to be family. Why the hell what you mean? You know, that I would say that right now.
No, I guess because of who it was coming from, because she's one of these people, she speak before she think.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
One of them.
Yeah. So, you know, you just take what she say with a grain of salt, you know, because she speak before she think, and it happens a lot. So I didn't.
You know, I would say I admire your strength. You know, I admire your strength, and I know you went through a depression. I haven't had the experience of losing a spouse or nothing like that, but to know and you know, because I know you know what I'm saying, and to know you had to go through that alone. You know, I admire your strength, and you keeping a safe face, because you know, times like that, it takes you through a deep depression, whether you questioning, do I want to be here, do I want to stay, why did you leave me here, why, you know, and then you want to, you know, I can imagine you thinking that way. So I admire your strength and keeping one foot in front of the other and still being able to look up. That's that thing when you say you laid in the bed, in the middle of the bed. That's what I mean when I say if you can look up, you can get up. And if you can get up, you can start over. So, you know, that's a prime example of what I mean. Yeah. I know it's hard, but, you know, I admire your strength.
And then I used to look for, what do you want to call it? I used to look for, not an okay from his family, but, you know, like, well, for some reason, I don't know why I was looking for a sign, like, is it okay for me to move on? But then when I talked to a good friend of mine, she was like, you know, the different incidents that had occurred that had to do with my husband after he passed, those were signs that she was saying that, you know, it was time. It's time for you. It's okay. There wasn't time, but she said it's okay for you to when you're ready. And
well, it took somebody to be fun enough to tell you that, though.
Right.
You know, and that.
Yeah. And so, but, you know, and then at the same time, some of the family members did tell me that, but I think they just told me that because they thought that's what I wanted to hear. Because, like I said, I don't hear from any of them. You know, I mean, I have, you know, cousins I'm close to, but that's pretty much it, you know. And the thing about it is, when I've been married 20 years, I had just celebrated my 20th year anniversary, and then like about 2 or 3 weeks later, he passed away. It was just suddenly, right? He left the house, get a phone call before I could make it to the hospital. He's gone. And me and baby, we still struggle because when he left, I was anticipating on him coming back to me the way that he left. You know what I'm saying? We always told each other we love each other every time we separate away from each other. But there was never a thought in my head that he would not come back, he would return back home. So when baby leaves me, I tend to sometimes have a moment, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, so she'll tell you, I'm like this. When she's at home, I'm always like this, you know. Because,
but I don't have no problem with it. I love it. I love it. Oh, you can hold on to me now.
So I have a problem with, I wouldn't say separation anxiety. It's just, I just don't think sometimes she's going to come back to, and I shouldn't think that.
Yeah, don't be thinking that.
But I mean, we struggle with that at first. That's what I'm saying. We struggle with that.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, I'm just
act like we on the same page, baby.
I'm just saying, you thinking that I ain't gonna
No, but I'm just saying, we were struggling with that because she was trying to figure out where it was coming from, and I had to explain, and then she's like, okay, that makes sense, you know. So, I
mean, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But then again, your process, I didn't mind.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. Because there's no time limit on grieving. You can grieve for 10 years. There's no time limit on grieving. Grieving is grieving, and you can't rush people. You know, and just because somebody on this thing about, I'm just do this sideways right quick. I don't know nothing about Nene Leaks and Greg and all that, but you know, it's a thing that's going on that she can't move on, or she moved on too quick. Just because people with somebody don't mean that they're not grieving for the person that they were with. There's no time limit on grieving. Stop putting time on things. Don't nobody have time and know when time gonna end. People are allowed to move on. People are allowed to grieve however they want. With her, I knew she was still grieving, even though it had been a minute. She's still going through grieving. She's still, and the thing is, she had to go through it by herself. So getting with somebody like me is having to grieve that, and having to deal with that all over again, because now she got somebody else new in her life, and then she thought about what was going on at that time. So she was still in the grieving process. You know, so y'all stop putting time on things. Stop that. You don't put time on love, time on grieving.
Yeah, because people they're getting their feelings because it's like either their brother or whatever. And well, I don't know how dare her move on. Well, you're not calling every day. You're not checking on me. So I'm just supposed to sit over here by myself. I need companionship as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, mad at that woman because she done moved on. She's still grieving. She's still grieving. And that man knew he was dying. And they may have had that conversation.
Had that agreement.
Yeah, so once it's over. You know, so that's just how I feel about it. So y'all ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just saying. People always thinking you can rush grievances. You cannot.
No.
You cannot. So I love you, baby. And I'm always here for you.
I appreciate you.
That's why we still celebrate his birthday, their anniversary, all that. I still do that with her because I love her. And whatever state she in, I'ma meet her where she is. But some of y'all need to get like that. Yeah, how you jealous and insecure about somebody that's not here no more? Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, somebody said no shortcuts in grief. No, it's not. And like I was saying earlier, it happens like just at the weirdest moments. Like we can be out eating. Mm-hmm. We be at Waffle House. And all of a sudden, I would just start crying.
Oh, you're gonna come on, baby. Come on.
And I start crying, and then people looking at me because she's like, "They gonna think I done you something." And I
understood after a while when you told me. Once you told me what it was, I understood. Yeah. So I thought you was having menopause. That's what I thought. I didn't know there was that other stuff. I thought it was menopause. So menopause make you be having hot flashes and you crying for no reason.
And you cry too. Yeah. But it was. Sometimes we're just somewhere and I just think of my dad. My dad died almost like a year to the day after my husband. It was weird. And, my dad's my first love.
Yeah. as he should have been.
I'm not done.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Put them back.
Oh,
I was about to fix me another.
No, I'll fix you another.
Not right now, though.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Finish.
But, so, block anything that is not sent by God. Thank you, Lele. But as a thing, I would have never thought that I would be that would happen to me. You always think it's going to happen. You know how you take it for granted. That's the thing. You take it for granted that you're going to be together when you're old. 80 years old. Because we used to always look at old people, older couples, and say that's going to be us. Yeah.
And so my advice to y'all. And my mom said it today when we even talked about the topic with her. Prepare yourself. It's not saying that it's going to happen, but prepare yourself for if it does happen. I know it's an uncomfortable conversation to talk about death in a family or what you're going to do, but at least be prepared. And she said that. She said my stepfather prepared her, and she was set on knowing what to do. It's an uncomfortable conversation, but it's
a needed.
Yeah, it's needed.
Because the thing about it is, only thing that we talked about was how, if anything was to happen to us, like he was saying, I want to be cremated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we discussed that part, but we didn't discuss anything else like, this is where my DD, whatever, 214 or whatever it's called, you know what I'm talking about, the thing, where that is, and it just so happened I got guidance to find it, but certain things, but other than that, everything else I knew, like where as far as the bills and stuff was at, but I just never had to handle them.
Right.
So
that's what I'm telling So what would your advice to be, being that you went through all that? Would you say...
Oh, you need to know. You need to know.
know.
You need to know your finances. You need to know finances. You need to know what your partner, your husband, spouse wants. You know,
Right.
like what they want. Because family come in and say, "Oh no," because I know he didn't want to be cremated. You know that
Right.
that's not him. But you need to have that conversation. The conversation about finances. You know
Right.
where things are. The insurance policy,
Right.
things like that. You need.
That's
to have.
what we mean by being prepared, y'all. I ain't say be prepared to die. I'm saying being prepared, knowing where things are, knowing certain numbers, knowing certain
You know, like
life
what you,
insurance
even what
policies.
you, what you
Yeah.
owe on stuff. Like, do you
Yeah.
owe anything? You know, what you owe on, everything. And because, later on, I even had a friend who she found out that they was basically living their life off of credit cards. They
Right.
really didn't have the money that she thought they had. They was going
Right.
from credit card to credit card, after
right.
he passed away.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, so see that there needs to be a discussion because you're assuming that, you're living the high life or you're living, that you're okay. And then kind of find out, there's some serious debt going on. So you just need to make sure you just have that conversation about the finances and what you guys want,
How do you ask your parents what they want without signing? How do you ask your parents what they want without sounding like you're just after money and things? Same to say, I can understand that question.
I get that, and my
I
thing,
can understand that question.
My thing would be to because you know.
Yeah, the thing is, I had the conversation with my mom. Just ask the question. There's no way around asking a question like that.
Especially when you got multiple siblings and stuff.
Right.
You can say that we all need to be on the same page, mom and dad.
Right.
So we need to all sit down and discuss
Right.
what you want. So there's no arguing and back and forth.
Right. And the key thing is your parents know you. My mom has 3 kids, and she know each one of us. She know us. She know who would do what, who would say what, who will act out, who would. I mean, your parents know you. So you gotta ask your question. You gotta ask yourself: am I the person to ask my parents that? You see what I'm saying? So I know it's tough. I know that's.
I like
tough.
that one. We'll go
What's
back. It was Ken's. No, go back. Go back.
Oh.
Darn it.
Wait, let me go back down to right here.
Yeah, it says as people, we always prepare for next week, next month, but never take the time out to prepare for death.
Yeah.
You'll sit there and prepare about what you're going to wear to a concert. Put more effort into that than you do, I like that, though. That's true. That's so true.
Again, people, y'all gotta understand that life is not about things. Life is not about things and material stuff. That stuff passes away. That stuff does not last. You cannot. I don't know.
It's just, it shouldn't be about stuff.
It's not about
It shouldn't
stuff.
be about stuff. I mean, if they leave you something, they leave you something. You shouldn't argue over stuff.
Yeah.
Especially stuff if somebody did not leave to you. Don't argue over it.
I
mean, it's
told
just
my
not
mom.
worth it.
I told my mom, and she can attest to it. I said, if you can't give me what you want me to have while you here alive and well, I don't want it when you dead and gone.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's the easiest way to deal with that and not deal with siblings fighting over stuff when the parents is gone.
Like, because then it feel like you begging for it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that wasn't left to you. If you want to give it to me, you're going to give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with my dad, like pictures and stuff. I'm like, I want it now. Way before we even, found out that he, when he was sick, I was like, I want stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, Miss J, that's good that you open yourself up to live again. It took a minute. Let me tell you.
When they say I'm preparing my children, I think she said I'm preparing my children. I'm preparing my children now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to say it's gonna make it, but it's just making the process easier. It's not making how
deal with it easier.
Yeah, the grief any easier. It's just a process. It's just a lot less to me headache to deal with, because you're already dealing with the grief, and then you have to deal with the going back and forth with siblings and this person about this stuff. So
because if you don't, then you find yourself losing out a lot because you didn't gave up. You throw your hands up to hell with it. They can have it.
Yeah.
And that may not be what your parents had in mind or your spouse had in mind for you. Mm-hmm. If you take the time to just prepare, what's wrong with preparing? It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna kill you. It ain't gonna do anything to you. It's nothing wrong with preparing. That's it. That's it. And I know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but guess what? Once you have it, you ain't got to have it no more.
Right. You feel it's just like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Because I know my dad, when he did it, he sat us all down and went over his will and and everything. He's like, so anybody got anything to say? That was your opportunity. We're like, nope. It's in black and white.
Yep.
So, it made it uncomfortable, because even my bonus mom said she didn't know he was about to do that. Mm-hmm. And she said, ooh, this is awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because
but he
called everybody together. He didn't say reason why. So when he was passing everybody's copy out,
because if he would have said it, would nobody want to show up or nobody wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I would have showed up. But, and she just goes, "This is awkward." Yeah. But it had to be done.
Yeah.
And me and my sister never bothered her after my dad passed away, for anything, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but to now, she's ready to, not say she's ready to get out there and date again, but she's just ready to live again, because of the pandemic and stuff. But I told her, I said, because she asked me, how did I do it, and I just said, whenever you're ready, you're ready. I can't be mad at her for wanting to move forward with her life. She's still,
she still got to like to live.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate you.
I opened up my life again to live. I did. It took a moment, but let me tell you, I have no regrets. No regrets at all. You wouldn't tell me in a million years that this is where I would be.
Oh, this greatness in front of her.
But I saw her for her heart. She just happened to be who she is, and that's my baby. She just happened to be a woman, but I love her. She loves me. So, she loves me. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, man.
It's my baby.
Yes, you're my baby. But I'm with you every step of the way. Whatever it is you got an issue with, or you feel that you can't handle your own, we're going to handle it together.
Yeah. Yep. So, hopefully this helps somebody. I know it's not going to be easy. It's not.
It's not. We're not telling y'all to be prepared for death, because you can never be prepared for death. We're telling you to be prepared for, as far as the paperwork dealing with death.
Stuff, especially for people who have a lot of assets and stuff like that.
Estate, cars, houses. You got 4 different siblings, and one is an alcoholic, and that's the one that name is on stuff because somebody then forgot to take their name off. I'm just saying, just get prepared.
And whatever's on paper, stop fighting what somebody said is so.
On paper, yeah.
If your spouse or your dad or your mom or whoever said that this person gets, stop fighting stuff. That's what they said. They said what they said. Mm-hmm. Why would you want something that was not left to you? That's just like begging for something.
Yeah.
No. Let them have it. Stuff is stuff.
Stuff is stuff. And you can always get it again, and even better.
So they don't give it to you, like you said, they don't give it to you now, then it wasn't meant for you to have it.
I tell my mama that all the time. I love my mama talking about me right now. I know you talking about me right now. Yes, I said it. But if you can't give me what you want me to have right now, I don't want it when you're dead and gone. I'm just saying. I don't want it.
I mean, because baby even said that. She's like, people change when somebody passes away. They change because they look at, they think that there's money involved, not knowing, they don't know what the financial situation is.
They fight over stuff. They fight over money. They fight over money. I can't understand. They
money
fight
that's
over
not theirs, though.
They fight over a house that you got to beg them to come to. Why don't people here? You got to beg them people to come visit you in the nursing home, but then when they go, you want to go live in their house and you wouldn't even go see them? Man.
You're not getting jacked. That's what I would say.
Man, together.
Sit up and hoop and holler over something, that you wouldn't even come to while they was living.
That irks me.
But now you're over there every day to want to help to hurry up and get things out and clean the house up and are we selling it and all that kind of stuff.
God, that irks me. That irks me. I ain't heard from you in 5 years, and now you want to come claim something?
I wonder if they've been talking to me because they thought that maybe they should have got something out of the situation.
No, because no, I don't. They shouldn't, because you were married. You were married. Right. When you married, you don't owe nobody nothing but the person you was married to and the heirs of him. Like if he had kids, only person you need to be concerned about is his kid. His mama, sister, auntie, cousin, brother, nephew, all them people can kiss their ass. I'm just saying. Nobody owes nothing. That you have your own family. You don't owe nobody nothing. I'm just saying, you don't owe nobody nothing. Right. Yeah. I said what I said.
So at first, I used to feel bad. Posting stuff. Because I took their feelings in consideration, but then I was told that I don't owe anybody anything.
You do not. You had a whole family. He was your family.
Right.
He was your family. So whatever you decide to do pertaining to you and him, it don't matter to nobody else. Them people ain't here paying not one bill. They ain't do it then. They ain't doing it now. You better post whatever the hell. You want me to post it? I'll put it on there.
At first, but now you see I post with no problem.
I
don't hesitate.
So I just, I'm so glad I got my baby. I got him. 20 years of marriage, that was history. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's that. But you take things into consideration because you want to take it, not because of what they feel. If they felt anything, their asses would still be here. Right. So, we're so happy I'm glad I got her too. Yeah. See, she's strong in areas I'm not, and I'm definitely strong in areas she not. So,
hey, King Stud.
What's up, King Stud?
We say they want the house but don't want to pay
the taxes.
Exactly.
So I don't know. People fight over stuff. I told my mom I don't want to fight with my siblings. I do not want to fight with my siblings behind nothing. I told my mama let them have it, because what I want is what I know and love. I want to remember my mama alive and well. I don't want to remember all that stuff. That if she ain't let me have it while she here, I don't want it when she gone.
Have those memories.
Yeah.
Stuff means nothing. Yep.
So that's all I got with that. So I appreciate you sharing your story with them. What's going on, Random Road? We read your comment the other night.
we see you.
He said, happy motherfucking birthday and Merry damn Christmas. Okay, bye.
We appreciate you stopping through, because we go back and read that stuff. So when we sing that, we bust out laughing. So we appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much.
But I appreciate you, sharing your story. A lot of people, don't know the history and stuff like that. But
so that's why sometimes y'all see me quiet and I don't speak on certain things. It's not because I don't have nothing to say. Sometimes I have a lot to say and I just choose not to say it at that moment.
But we save it.
I got a story too. We say how you already.
Oh yes, I will. Love and mean it. Okay, bye. Bye. tomorrow.
Bye.
Oh man.
But yeah, I know when somebody brought that up, I don't mind sharing, because I know other people have been through that and they don't know how to cope, or families making them feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And don't allow somebody to dictate how you feel. You stay, if you want to feel that way, you feel that way for as long as you need to feel that way. But eventually, you need to get up out that funk. You know what I'm saying? Pick yourself up and get yourself together.
Yeah.
But you are entitled to feel how you feel.
And then for however long you want to feel it.
And you will have those moments.
Don't let nobody tell you there's a time limit on grieving.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a time limit on it. You can grieve forever if you wanted to. I mean, it's just what it is. But you have to know where you are in Christ. Mm-hmm. You just have to know where you are in Christ in order to be able to deal with it.
Right, D. Hunter.
Yeah.
So.
But hey.
That's why it's a sensitive subject. Like when you guys asked, certain things, it was a sensitive subject, But it's a conversation that needs to be had. So you guys, you need to have that conversation.
Yeah. So anyone of y'all got respectful questions? Zane? 19? Say nothing.
Say less.
Yeah.
You're moving too fast for me.
Let's see. Have some interest, spend money on everything but life insurance. Yes. What are we doing for New Year's? We'll be at Mom's. Hey, y'all, guess what? My truck is fixed. I go back to work next week. I go back to work next week. I go back to work next week. My truck is ready.
You are a brave, strong woman. I pray. What'd
you say?
You're a brave, strong woman. I pray for your strength. If something happens to my hubby, God forbid. Yeah. You know what? And y'all, I'm telling you, it's like a ton of bricks just hit you on, just fell on you. I even remember going back looking at the videotape in the house, and I went back and I can look at myself, and I'm pacing back and forth with my head down, doing like this, and I'm asking myself why, why, and I'm just pacing back and forth, and I was telling baby, because she's like, you just don't sleep. Well, I sleep a lot better than what I have, because before, after all that happened, and when I met you, I wasn't sleeping. Yeah. Like I would stay up all day, and then maybe go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning, wake back up at 7, and then I'm up all day till like 6 o'clock again in the morning, and then sleep for an hour and back up at 7, and I was operating like that all the time. Yeah. So, yeah.
To answer your question, Jade, I did guess the last name Jade. It was a DEF sensor. I don't know why it took this long, but they said they was waiting on parts. And they just got my truck fixed a couple days ago. But I'm not complaining. Like I said, God got me. So I knew I was going to be all right. So I'm blessed to still have my job. But yeah, I've been out since November 18th. I've been off work since November 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you ever noticed, but I used to have a hard time saying that he passed away. So I used to say, what happened with, and I would say, with my husband, what happened, I would never say he died or he passed away. Yeah. I used to just say, well, what happened? And then she would look at me and be like, but I would never say it. So what brought it about for you to be able to say it? Because have we talk about it a lot? Not just we talk about it, but it's just like I just was no longer in denial about it. You know what I mean? Even though he's not here physically or what have you. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I helped you through that thing. And also too with the, when we lost, when we had lost. Yeah.
Yes. Explain it to them, baby. Explain
You guys,
it
'cause
to
I know
them.
you guys probably wonder about my necklace.
Explain it to them so they'll know, because they started. They asked
Y'all used to
questions.
ask about my necklace.
Yes.
Well, at one point we thought we had lost it.
Yes, and
Or
I like to
lost
have
it.
I like to have a fit.
We were looking all over for my necklace. Well, the necklace is his, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I put his wedding ring on here. So this is his wedding ring. And then he already had the Ankh. And this was specially made. The Ankh was specially made for him that I had bought.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the anniversary gift. And then this is his wedding ring.
Yes.
And so I just put them on here together. And at one point I took it off and I said,
I
it's
wouldn't let you.
time.
Nope.
And she said, what you mean? And I said, it's just time to let it go, because I would always grab it all the time and hold on to it, you know, and it was a habit. But then I stopped doing it. And so I said, okay, it's time.
Nope.
And so I put it up, but couldn't remember where I put it. And when she said, where's your necklace? We could not find it for months.
3 months. We couldn't find it for 3 months.
We couldn't find it for months. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I said, I felt bad because I felt careless.
Mm-hmm. So you wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You wasn't ready. It wasn't time. You thought you was ready because of me, and I was telling you to keep it on until you're ready. That for you, not for me, because I'm here. You know, I'm going through this thing with you. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I didn't want you to take it off. I still don't want you to take it off.
Yes, and then like the other day, it had broke.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I just got frustrated. I put it up.
Nope.
And then I took it out yesterday and I said, fix it for me.
And I
she
fixed
fixed it for me.
Yep.
So we just need to go but I don't feel right getting another chain for it because
it's his
not
chain.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
But
I say, if you don't mind me asking, how did your husband pass?
he had a heart attack. He was away. He left the house, go visit a friend, and he had a heart attack.
Now, it doesn't matter when he passed. Just know he passed.
Yeah.
Okay? Doesn't matter when he passed. Just know he passed. Boy, they be coming with some sly ass. Boy, y'all think we some damn dummies around here, huh? Woo!
When you're a genuine person with integrity.
Yeah. Thank you.
And
I get it from my mama.
then she's like, put it on and don't take it off. Oh, you know what? We happened to find it because we was about to go on a trip, and it was in the luggage.
Yeah. I knew it was in the house. I knew that.
And she said, it's in here somewhere. We just need to know where you put it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know for the life of me. I looked
Man, we tore the house up. Both houses. We tore them both up. Come to find out it was in the damn luggage.
It was in the luggage.
I said, now, Kev, now, man, look. Don't be doing that, man. I did.
Tell them about. We can laugh now, y'all. Tell them about the sock.
Oh, she washed the socks, right? You know, you always wash 2 pair together. I gave her the socks. I know when I took off all my work clothes and I gave her socks, but when she washed my work clothes, she only had 1 sock. I said, where's my other sock? She said, I don't know. I said, man, where my sock at, man? I ain't playing. Give me my damn sock. And she come around that corner with my sock. She said, I don't know where it come. I said, it was him playing. I'll let him know.
Yeah, we found the sock because I looked in the dryer and I'm like, there's a black hole about freaking socks. Because every time we watched a pair of her socks, one come up missing.
Yeah, he had jokes.
And then when we find one sock, then another sock would come up missing. And it was crazy, but
see,
we got it straightened out, right?
Yeah, I make it comical for her to be able to deal with it easier, because I know that she still deals with it, especially around the holidays. 20 years with somebody that you used to spending Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthday, Kwanzaa, Valentine's, 20 years. That stuff just don't go out the back though, just because you with somebody else. That's just not like that. So I try to make it funny for her to be able to deal with it, and that's what we do. So that's just what it is.
Well, I see somebody ask how long was I married. I was married for 20 years.
Yeah,
I was married for 20 years. Yeah.
So we just let's see, finally get along like y'all do. Yeah, you will. It just takes time.
Yeah. And man, baby, she's been very supportive. Like I said, sometimes she'll say, well, did you want to do something? I want to do something with you if you do. Or do you mind if I celebrate with you? So...
Yeah, when his birthday came around and I asked if she still celebrated his birthday, and she was like, well, yeah, I did balloons, but I won't do it this year. And I was like, well, no, we can still do it. I said, can I do it with you? And she just bawled out. I was like, I thought I did something wrong. She just bawled out, and she was like, nobody's ever thought of that. Only you would think of something like that. I was like, well, I mean, I'm here, But hey, it's cool. It's cool. I love how you take. Let me address this, London's. I love how you love and take care of Miss J. You're my guy. I am a whole woman. I identify as a woman. My mother birthed a baby girl. I do not identify as a guy. You can say swing, Miss Swing, swing therapy, whatever, but anything but a guy. I am not a guy. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you got to be nice to these animals.
No problem. You're new to this page, but all we ask is that just be respectful.
Appreciate you.
Just be respectful. There's certain things that our moderators, they know there's certain questions that we don't answer. Yeah. So if you see that we don't answer it, we might have seen it, but we don't answer it. That's just something that we choose not to answer.
Yes. But. So I meant to tell you, I still thank you for allowing me to do that with you that day. I do. So thank you again.
You're welcome.
I know, beautiful Toa. I said appreciate you. You didn't see me when I told him appreciate you. I appreciate you. I got you. And I know you don't mean no harm, but if I don't address it, then other people feel like it's okay. And I like to fix it right then, so then everybody know where I stand. So, but I appreciate you, being respectful and apologizing.
Or people are coming and say, see, she is trying to, trying to correct that she is trying,
So you are all right.
It's a shame we got to do this, but
that's it. But I sure appreciate y'all coming in here. Y'all got about 8 minutes.
You guys getting married soon? Come to Boston. Been there, done that.
I real love of rare. You all give hope. Yeah.
My baby. So. She is my hers.
Hers.
Hers. Hey, Gina.
Hi, Gina. We'll be home for New Year's. Are you going to be home for New Year's?
What's up, family?
Are you going to be home for New Year's? Merry Christmas. But you know what? Never mind. No, you're not. Okay.
Well, now.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got to be able to share that, and eventually I'll share some more stories. Not about that, but I'll share more stories. So.
Keep trying to tell folks this is not a grow party. We do not come here growing and getting people.
Right.
Don't be getting people that don't want to be got, because then if they don't follow you back, you get upset.
Right. And then want to do a whole TikTok about it.
Y'all, that's what we got. We got about 7 minutes. We will say we are not licensed therapists. We are not counselors. We're not ordained ministers. We're not life coaches. We only speak on life experiences that we dealt with,
or what we would do if we were in a certain situation. We're not telling you by any means like how to do anything or what to do. Just take what you can from it
and leave the rest.
If it don't apply,
let it fly.
There you go.
We're on platforms: Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but I don't too much put that out there on that like that. But
Twitter twatter.
Yeah, Twitter twatter. We don't mess around with that. But today's podcast will be on Spotify. If you missed it and you want to come back and go back and listen to it while you're riding. You can just hook up with Spotify. Spotify is the real swing therapy. Wait,
somebody said you're my antidepressant.
What is swing? Swing and Conversations with Swing and Mrs. J on Spotify. Anchor, Conversations with Swing and Mrs. J on Anchor. Facebook is the real Swing and Mrs. J. YouTube is Swing Therapy. Instagram is
Mrs. J Swing Therapy. So we got our separate Instagram pages.
And our Facebook, I said that. So that's what we got there, y'all. So y'all got all platforms that we're on. And after this week, we'll be on all this week. But come the new year, we'll only be on Fridays and Saturdays because I will be back at work.
Back to regular scheduled programming, guys. Y'all been spoiled. I know she spoiled you.
Yes. So,
somebody said, don't say it.
New year. I hope y'all saw the video that I posted last night about you don't get credit for the comments. You get credit for the likes and views. So, if you have an issue with somebody, what they're saying, for my New Year resolution is to just block the whole comments together to keep from interacting with negative folk. So that's what I plan to do. I don't know how it's gonna work because it was hard not talking about some of them people today.
But said, yes, I was like, the truck is fixed. Yay, the truck is fixed.
Yeah, so, but anyway, y'all get a hold of Mary J. Blige, Regina King, Angela Bassett, Queen, Uncle Steve, them people, Tyler P. Tell them, send them on over our way. No, I'm just playing.
Make sure y'all love on each other. Love on each other. Tell somebody that you love them.
Yeah.
Like I said, tomorrow's not promised. You always put stuff off, but just tell somebody that you love them. Be kind. Give somebody a hug. Let's be kind and be positive.
Facebook is The Real Swing Therapy and Mrs. J. All one word. The Real Swing Therapy and Mrs. J. She said we will promise.
Yeah.
So, but that's what we got, y'all. So, love you too, Gina.
Bye, Gina.
Tell them bye, baby.
Bye, baby.